Guys, welcome back to my channel, The Ninja King. Today we're doing What If Deku was Izuru Kamakura Part 2. It had been a week ever since the whole Midoriya got into UA. Midoriya never cared about, anything like very special, because already he knew he was going to be in UA, due to the amount of scores he got. But he could never get his mind off of something. Ever since the whole All for One situation name happened, he's been getting more and more of his memories. He thinks that it is memories, but by this point he doesn't know if it is his own memories. I'm just having a lot of time concentration between if these memories are fake or are they real. That's what keeps Midoriya up at night most of the time. And Midoriya sometimes wonder if this truly are what he is, and truly if it is, what other things can he make. Anyways, Midoriya would be in his interclass 1A dorms, mostly because 1. Where else would he be? And 2. As the third years are no longer there, Midoriya lives in the class 1A dorms for, well, basically going to be from now on. As it had been 2 weeks and Midoriya had moved into class 1A a week earlier to get all of his stuff ready, he would hear a knock at his door. As he knows that everyone has finally entered the dorms, he would then open the door to see the same blue-haired kid that basically insulted one of his dads. Midoriya would then say, it's you. Oh, I see we already have someone here in the dorms before us. Nice to meet you. My name is Tinya Leader. As Leader would then try to shake Midoriya's hand. Midoriya would just move it away. Huh? Oh, not interested. Midoriya would then say, walking up. He's a weird person, almost. As Midoriya would be walking, he would walk into the counter, as he would then see many other students there. A boy with spiky blonde hair and red eyes, a kid with pure red hair, and 2 people that he recognized that are simply having a conversation in the decks. As Midoriya would then walk in saying, "Hi there, Ryoko," and "Hello there, Momo." One of the girls would then turn their head, see Midoriya. "Midoriya," but then would then say before turning to the other, "Momo, you know Midoriya?" "I do. We met during after the first exam." "You know him? We met before the exams." "I mean, not before like we were in the same school or anything." "I mean, you already know that. In the same school." Ryoko would then say, "Ah yes, I do remember that." Ignore that. And by this point, I'm not even gonna be surprised if people find out where I live. Mostly because I'm still a small YouTuber, so things like this may not even happen. Anyways, let's continue. As Midori would then be, basically be looking around for the rest of his classmates, as he would then start almost be talking to Ryoko. "So, Ryoko, what is your quirk again?" "No, why are you so interested in knowing my quirk?" "I'm just very curious. Energy manipulation is hard enough quirk to get. It is as hard as..." Anyways, sorry about that. If you want one... Anyways, sorry about that, guys. Let's continue. Phase. Anyways, let's continue. So Midoriya would then basically... As Ryuki would then explain, "I was born with this quirk." "What does your quirk even do?" Midoriya would then say, "Basically, have a stockpile energy core inside of my body that I can use to shoot out beams and many other lights. I think I can do more with my quirk, but so far I don't know. I came to UA to test out and the limits of my quirks." Ryoko would then say, "Interesting. So you didn't came here to become a hero?" "Become a hero is a secondary goal. First was mastering my quirk properly. I don't know why, but I have this sinking feeling that I need to master it." "Okay," Midoriya would then say, walking away. "Sorry about those sounds. Someone is just going to the toilet right now." After a while, Midoriya would be interested in everyone in his class, including the blonde boy that he learned the name is Bakugo. For some reason, he feels a weird sense of connection with him, like he knew him before this. Midoriya could never put his finger on it, but it always felt like there was something between this kid and him. He never could know properly. This is one of the main reasons why Midoriya wants his memories back. He gets so many and other stuff about other people that he thinks that he has some connections with them, but for now he doesn't care. As Midoriya was talking to Ryoko and Momo, he would then see a blaze of fire, before a girl then screams. The girl would have brown hair, wearing what seems to be a pink-like t-shirt and black pants. As Midoriya would then run into the kitchen, seeing the girl say, "Oh no, there's a fire!" Leader would then say, "I got this," before putting his hand out, as the fire would then get absorbed inside of his body. Everybody would be shocked. And as soon as someone with a white and black, wait, what? White and red hair would notice this. If you're wondering who this is Todoroki. Wow, what was that? Ryoko would then say. I absorbed the fire. It's one of my quirks. One of your quirks? A blonde hair boy would then say with a black lightning bolt. Yes, one of my quirks. I have multiple quirks, not just one. Interesting. Lita would then say. It's quite interesting actually, if you think about it. I have unique quirks inside of me. Anyways, what was the quirk? It's a pyrokinesis quirk. I call it Fire Eater. It basically eats the fire of any firearm object and then I turn it into my fire. I can basically control it how I want. This quirk is pretty weak. How so? Lita would then say. For that to be used, I need to absorb fire first, and it's kind of annoying, Midoriya would then say. So it's because of that you don't use it much? I barely use it. I only use it in situations like this. It's gonna be for rescue and fire situations. But in actual battle combat, yeah, I doubt it. That may be very handful. Maybe for quick burst or escape, or maybe lighting up a fiery room. Yeah, maybe then it may be useful. But for now, it's not going to be. Understandable, Lita would then say. Anyways, what's your plan? Izuku Midoriya? Oh, let's talk for a bit, Lita would then say. I think we haven't properly introduced ourselves. No need, Midoriya would then say. Okay, understandable. As Lita would then go back to his room, Midoriya would have a phone call. As he would then answer the phone, he would then say, Midoriya, we want you to come to Tartarus. Okay, Midoriya would then say. Midoriya had been to Tartarus, mostly because of his quirk. He had thought that being in Tartarus was the best choice of getting more quirks. As Midoriya would then start walking to your way, at first meet up with President Mike and tell him the situation. President Mike would then tell Nezu, and Nezu would just send him to Tartarus. Tartarus would be one of the most biggest place of view in the world, as it is one of the most, if not the secure place in the world. So this Tartarus would be one hell of a place to go around, basically a place where it's a safe haven, basically, for many people. It's a place where many of the villains are kept, and a perfect place for someone like Midoriya to take quirks from. As Midoriya would be walking to Tartarus, he would then meet up with a man who runs Tartarus. So, nice to meet you, Makoto Naegi, Midoriya would then say, to a black/brown hair man wearing what seems to be a black suit with a white undercollar with a red tie. Nice to meet you too, Izuku Midoriya. As the boat would then shake hands. How's Miss Kyogiri doing? She's doing perfectly fine, being the world's greatest detective and everything. Anyways, you know why I called you here? To take a powerful villain's quirk, maybe? Midoriya would then say. You're quite smart, kid. Thanks, Mr. Naegi, Midoriya would then say. Anyways, let's take you to him. As Midoriya would go with this man Naegi, as they would arrive to a prison cell. As they see someone with blonde spiky hair, with a red shirt and what seems to be brown pants, and be chained and tied up in multiple different places. As Midoriya would then say, isn't this a bit excessive? Bit excessive is quite needed for him, no doubt. Anyways, what is his name? Midoriya would then say, his name is Muscular. We don't know his true name, so we are going by his villain name. A villain, I see. What is his quirk? Muscle manipulation, or I think that's what it's called. It basically allows him to bring out the muscles inside of his body, giving him more stronger strength. It's a pretty unique quirk and a pretty unique type. We recently managed to capture him thanks to All Might's help. Why did you capture him? He has currently killed 17 heroes and 18 people. Do you think that someone like him you would let alone? No, we made it our top priority to capture him. Now since you're here, we want you to take his quirk. What the? Muscular would then say, this boy will take my quirk? How? Makoto would then say, do you remember this old stories of a villain villain name All for One, Muscular wouldn't say, yeah, I do. What about it? In my back in the days, I was told that he was one of the strongest villains. Well, guess what? And Midoriya over here has the same quirk as him. Muscular's eye wouldn't widen as he wouldn't try to break the chains. Don't try it. These chains are made so that they can withstand big, powerful streak. Quirk. You don't even have a quirk right now. You're basically quirkless. Makoto would then say. Muscular wouldn't try and free himself no matter how hard he tries. Midoriya would then be going, wait, stop, don't. Muscular would then say. Makoto would then say, take his quirk. As Midoriya would then put his hand on his head, his eyes would then meet as red crimson lightning would then start around the body. Muscular would then scream out in pain as his quirk would then be taken. That's enough for you, Midoriya would then say. That's enough of Muscular in general. Anyways, Midoriya, I was thinking about, no, I'm not taking any of the other quirks of the inmates here. Are you sure? There may be some that might interest you, Makoto would then say. Sorry about that, guys. Now let's continue. Anyways, as Makoto would then basically be... Can you guys even hear that? If you do, I'm sorry about the background noises. Anyways, let's continue. Are you getting me that sound? Anyways, let's continue. After Midoriya came back from Tartarus, it would be the night. After walking, he would then see Ryoko writing down something in her computer. He would then read and realize what the story is. So you're writing a story of some kind? Ah! Ryoko would then turn head seeing Midoriya before saying, oh, is this you, Midoriya? What are you writing? It's a story called Twilight's Garden. Midoriya would then say, that one. I don't like it. It's a unique approach to a seemingly worst book I've ever read. Yeah, the Twilight book sucks. This. Anyways, sorry about that. Wait, is the camera even recording? I got MVP again. Yay. Anyways, let's continue. It's kind of an interesting thing after a pretty weirdly story, if you think about it. So have you posted the chapter yet? Nope. It's gonna be the final chapter, and an epic one, no less. So I want it to be a little bit big. Okay then. Good night, Ryoko. Good night, Midoriya. As Midoriya would then go asleep, as we then get to see once again Ryoko, the head person. So, did you find anyone? A voice would then say, no, Shigaraki, I haven't. Anyways, Ryoko would then say, I heard that there's another traitor here, as he puts his glasses. Yeah, so why don't you tell me who it is? One thing, I cannot. If I do, that will risk the mission. Fine, whatever, Ryoko would then say. Anyways, have you got into your class yet? Nope. We're still taking a week off from regular classes. We haven't decided to get classes yet because none of us decided to go to it. Also, if you do hear something metal being destroyed in the background, I'm sorry about that. I really cannot stop this background noises. I don't have a studio yet. Anyways, let's continue. Let's see. Well, look at your missus, Junko. I will, Ryoko would then say. Anyways, why do I only have consciousness of my entire body in the night and not during the day? It's the effect of the quirk, I guess you can say it. Original plan was to give you full consciousness in both day and night. But then a few mistakes happened by Uchiko and now you're control over the night. The personality of Ryoko and you are completely two different people. It means you both have two different knows, separate identities, and separate views on life and even heroics. So you're telling me that this version of me can be a pure hero while the other one just cannot? Yep, you got it. It's weird, Shigaraki. How does that even work? Listen, if I don't even know myself, Uchiko is the scientist. Ask him. Fine, I guess I will. As Ryoko then say, I need to go to sleep anyways. Also, read your chapter. Good job, sis. Thanks, little bro. Whatever, Shigaraki would then say, putting the chapter down. And of course I died by him. We're all screwed. Anyways, let's just continue. As Shigaraki would then just basically come out of what seems to be nowhere. As he would then start talking to Kirigiri-san.
Sorry, I just wanted to. Kirigiri. Sorry about that. There's two people named Kirigiri. One is Kyoko Kirigiri, and the other one is just Kirigiri. From the My Hero Academia. So that's kind of like he just talks to the missed guy, as he wouldn't say. So any new recruits? Not at all. So far, the hero associates have been going down on a hunt to capture one of the more powerful villains, like Muscular, or none of us are joining yet. What a shame. I would like to see some new recruits here and there. The father is dead. A lot of things have basically slowed down. A lot, to say the least. But your sister, on the other hand, she has taken the chance and made her own empire. Hasn't she? Yep. It's kind of interesting in a way. My sister never seemed the type to make an empire. Well, things can change, Shigaraki. Things can change. Kurogiri would then say, finally got the name right. Listen up, you cannot blame me for losing. This guy literally has so much. Anyways, let's continue. That it would basically be the class day. Also, for one that I placed for Mineta, Ryoko. Yeah, Mineta does not exist in this universe. Hooray to everyone that is not a Mineta fan. Sorry for any Mineta fans that are going to watch this. But anyways, let's continue. As Midori and everyone else would be walking, they were not having a conversation, but in their minds, flashback. It would be one day before the class started, anyways, as everybody would be chatting and talking. Continue. As we get to see a flashback, everybody would be in the dining room as they would basically be talking to each other. As they would, Momo would then think something. This class is quite interesting. Before another thought would then say, yeah, it is. Before Momo would then look and see Denki. And Denki would then see her. As Bakugo would then say, okay, what the hell? Did we also see Momo's thought? Mina would then say, I think we did. Uraka would then repeat. Wow, this is quite interesting. Shoji would also say it. Tokiyami would then say, what kind of demon is doing this? Before Midori would then say, first of all, yes, you guys did hear Momo's thought. Second of all, yes, this is quite interesting. And third of all, Tokiyami, this is no demon's doing. This is mine. Everybody would then recognize the voice of the thought. I'm gonna say that thoughts have voices in this universe, so yeah. Listen up, it's my way of explaining shit. Thanks to this, Midori would then say, it's a powerful telepathy quirk. I call it Awakening. It basically allows me to basically talk with you guys without basically talking. I can use this in many other ways. We can basically use this in a way to conversate with our classmate in case of a villain attack to see if someone is fine or nearby us so that they can help us. This quirk is pretty helpful in general, so think of it how you might. But isn't this technically an invasion of privacy? Lita would then say. Yes, it is, but also no. It's hard to explain, Midoriya would then say. It's a pretty powerful quirk, this is why I don't use it much often. Ah damn, how many quirks do you have? Kirishima would then say. But anyways, this is pretty manly. Hell yeah, it is. Bakugo would then say, explosions in his hand. Okay, enough. Also, I've calmed down your private thoughts too, so you can basically choose to either to share it or not to share it. Midoriya would then say, as he would then start walking away. The rest of the class wondering what else they can do, basically. After talking for a bit, they wouldn't realize. After talking for a bit, they would basically start a conversation with each other. This conversation will last at least an hour. Midori would already go to sleep because he doesn't want to hear any more of conversation between his classmates. Not there's nothing wrong with his classmates, it's that he'd rather go to sleep than talk. Well, Kirishima would then say, damn, Midori is awesome, isn't he? Bakugo would then say, awesome. He's awesome, that's for certain. But also, something about him doesn't feel right to me. Huh? Melody would then say, what do you mean, Bakugo? Kirishima would then say, I don't know. Something about him feels familiar. Familiar? Mina would then say, yeah, familiar, like I've seen him somewhere before. This cannot put my finger on where I've seen him. There's this whole thing like I know him or something. But we have never met before. Have we? Bakugo wouldn't think. I don't know what you're talking about, Bakugo, but I think you should go to sleep. Yeah, you're right. I think I should go to sleep. This whole thing today is just messing with my head. As Bakugo would then go to his bed, falling asleep. End of flashback. As everybody would then start arriving at class and have a little bit talk with each other. Talking about the goals, likes and dislikes, and what they basically want to be the hero for. After talking for a bit, we will realize that Uraka's goal is the most uniquest, because she wants money for her parents, and that is pretty noble actually. Even Kirishima says that is pretty manly. Uraka would then say, sex, you don't have to compliment me like that. Meanwhile, Miru would be sitting quietly, not talking or mind-chatting with anyone either. Hey, Midoriya? Ryoko would then say. From Midoriya would then realize. What is it? Should our teacher be here by this point? I mean, it looks like that he's missing the class or something. Midoriya would then start thinking in his mind. Of course, I forgot. That's his class. This would actually be a private class, so nobody would hear it. As Midoriya would then get up before going back to the prince desk before pulling out Aizawa, who's in a sleeping bag. Students would just say, okay, what the hell is that? Bakugo would then say, this is our homeroom teacher, Mr. Aizawa. Midoriya would then say, he's also pretty lazy. Anyways, Midoriya would then slap Aizawa's face. But kid, can you not at least have me sleep for at least another hour or two? Mr. Aizawa, why do you be like this? Be like what? Be like, this. Why do you like this anyways? Okay, just let me sleep. Aizawa would then say. Midoriya would then say, get up, you have a class to take. Fine, Aizawa would then get up before starting time. Anyways, for this on, as we didn't pull out the uniforms. As Uraka would then say, but are we gonna miss P? Uraka, this is UA, Midoriya would then say. Except the teachers are here can basically do whatever they want. Meaning that they have their own permissions and ways that they could run their class. If Aizawa wants to skip PE, they can. So there's basically nothing necessary for us here. Anyways, let's go. Midoriya would then say. Sorry about that, I have a cold. Hold on, I'm gonna be back. Okay, let's just continue. I'm sorry if there's some background noises. I'm not in my house right now, I'm at my cousin's house when I'm recording this. So if you do want to blame anyone for the background noises, blame them. Also, subscribe to my cousin channel, Cutie Gamer. He has a nice channel. This whole Mac is not healing me. That doesn't feel right. Okay, now it's healing me. Anyways, let's just continue. As basically Midoriya would basically be there kind of talking. As I wouldn't say it for them to take and change their uniforms. As everybody would then start going to changing the uniforms basically. As they were, Midoriya would take off his shirt, surprising almost everyone. Holy hell, dude, how the hell did you manage those abs? Kirishima would then say. Oh, these? As Midoriya would have an 8-pack. I don't know. Don't know? Come on, you gotta tell us your secret. Don't hide it, Kirishima would then say. Pretty manly, my dude. Thanks, Midoriya would once again say. But please do tell us. Kaminari would then say, insisting. I'm telling you, I don't know. Oh, come on, please. Them would then say. Fine, Midoriya would then say, finally having enough of this. Yahoo! All of them would then say. It was pretty hard turning for 2 goddamn years, basically. Only 2 years? I don't know, maybe more. Maybe more? That's enough. Bakugo then sat in. Huh?
That's enough of you guys asking questions of people that probably don't want to answer stuff. So learn your lesson from this. Got it? I never saw you as a respectful person, Bakugo. Someone that respects people's privacy? Yeah, I may not look like that kind of a person, but I do. Okay then, you interest me sometimes, Katsuki Bakugo. Midoriya would say. Oh, not in a gay way, I assure you that. Yeah, whatever. I didn't even care if you're gay or not. Respect goes to them. Anyways, Midoriya would then say, what should we do now? I don't know, Kurashima would then say. What do you mean you don't know? We should basically just go out and take a... Yeah, as they all did go into the PE field. And Mr. Aizawa would be there, waiting for them. So you're all finally here. Aizawa would then say, finally here, you're the one that called us here. Midoriya would then say, enough Midoriya. Anyways, Aizawa would then chuck the ball at Midoriya. You got the highest score in the entrance exam, didn't you? Yeah, Midoriya would then say. So, also ignore this one. Since you got the highest score, throw this ball. Midoriya would then go to basically the rock base. And Midoriya would raise his hand off as fire would then immediately come out of his hand as he would then yeet it. The ball would then go to space. Quirk, fire heater. He managed to manipulate the quirk in the backside of his hand, releasing it all of its power and basically going full force. The evidence say, there, done. As everybody would be shocked as Mr. Aizawa would then look before saying, kid, you gotta stop showing off. I wasn't showing off. It's basically showing what I can do. Midoriya would then say, with the rest of the class thinking, how crazy is he? Anyways, Bakugo, huh? You throw it. Me? With Midoriya, there's no comparison. Just do it. Fine. Bakugo would then throw it. Reaching the cannon score, basically. Oh, Bakugo, you did good. Kurashima would then say, not bad. Uraka would then chime in. Yeah, huh, I thought I would throw higher. Impressive, Midoriya would then say. Impressive? Thanks, Bakugo would then say, kind of blushing at the compliment. Anyways, let's go, Midoriya would then say, grabbing the ball. As the rest of the test would happen, for the speed test, Midoriya would immediately win it. Remember, his physical capabilities have been enhanced to the point of someone that is basically using a strength enhancement quirks. Or in layman's term, he's basically superhuman compared to us. Or if you want a more direct comparison, he's like a 4th generation Nomus power. For the grip test, he basically destroys it. For the jump test, he basically managed to yeet himself off the sandbox and then land down, leaving a small crater. And yeah, I think that's all the tests there are. Yeah, for the side-to-side lunges, he basically does it at Mach speed 20. There's no comparing him. After he arrives, the scores would arrive. And the last person being Hagakure. What? I get expelled? Hagakure would then say. But please don't. I forgot to mention it, but Aizawa still says the whole expelling thing. Yeah. I'm not putting... Oh yeah, about the whole expulsion thing, he lied, Midoriya would then say. Oh, come on, are you kidding me, Midoriya? Could have at least let me say it. Say it? Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think that's necessary, Midoriya would then say. Anyways, where should we go now? Midoriya would then say. I don't know. Plus, this was all for the class. The other teachers are gonna come, so basically just do the classes after this. I'm gonna go and take a nap. Aizawa would then say, oh, come on! The rest of the students would then say, noticing that teacher was pretty absent. The rest of the classes would then just go on normal, like how normal the classes are. First an English, then a maths, then some other classes that basically just go on while on the other side. I'm gonna be back after a few minutes.
Also, anyways, as Midori would dinner at his dorms, you basically have a sense of calm and collective quiet. As you would, you wouldn't take a deep breath before realizing things are peaceful at UA. There's no way something bad could happen here. Oh, Midori, if only you knew. Anyways, as Midori thinking about calm and quiet, someone else would be planning something. So got any information about the quirks? Shigaraki wouldn't say. Nope. I've got a few students' information, but not all of them. Mostly because the other me just doesn't like talking to her. I got one of them, Izuku Midoriya's. Okay, first of all, Izuru. Izuru Midoriya's. Izuru Kamakura's. Of course you have his information. Something about you two seems to connect for some reason. Junko wouldn't laugh almost. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, I think I should let you know the little head squat is doing good. They currently took down an entire island by himself. Oh, really? Put me on the phone with Monica. Fine, Shigaraki would then say, typing some numbers before Junko's another call. Hey Monica, you there? As the big says Junko. I heard that you managed to complete it. Yep, that entire island was a piece of cake. Oh, hold on a minute, I'm getting a word from Masaru. We gotta move. He's gonna... Hey, Nagisa, can you open a portal? Looks like the Hero Association is gonna send some nukes here. Yes, of course take the civilians out. We're villains, not monsters. What do you mean Masaru won't kill 20 of them? Ah, fine. Gotta kill big sis. Deku couldn't believe what she heard. This little group that she created, took from so many different peoples, only taking down an island and forced the Hero Association to send nukes. Wow, Chiko didn't say. Before Shigaraki wouldn't say. Enough of that. I'm going to come to UA in a few days. For what reason? Chiko didn't say. To take the information. I know most of the times you can only remember blurry parts of your memories. That's not gonna help us anytime soon, Shigaraki would then say. Yeah, I know. Let's go then, Shigaraki would then say, smiling. We'll take down UA from its center and show the world how bad it is. Oh, hell no. And show the whole world that UA is full of nothing but frauds almost. How will it be when it sees the #1 hero fall? Anyways, how's the project going? Project Nomu is going pretty successful if you ask me. Father's gifts were amazing. They're always are, Shigaraki. You're never going to doubt Father, are you? I never doubt him. Sorry about the interruption. Let's continue. As you get to see, it would be the next day, as Midoriya would be with Aizawa. Not Aizawa, Principal Nezu. As Nezu would then start drinking his tea, he would then say to, so Midoriya, I heard that you are basically going for something, right? Yes, I was thinking of giving some of my classmates some of my quirks. Oh, are you sure you want to make that change to your body? It wouldn't be such a big change, Principal Nezu. Oh, why is that? Nezu would then say. I already have a copy quirk that I can copy my quirks from, so I can only permanently have them. Have you decided which quirks some of the students will get? I have. For the blonde hair boy, what was his name again? Dinky Kaminari? Yeah, I've decided on stockpiling and energy storing quirk for him. It will allow him to store electric energy and allow him not to get basically shocked. And for a boy named Kurashima, I'm thinking more of a strength enhancement quirk, maybe. But I'm not sure properly. For a girl, Momoyari Yozu, I'm thinking for her I don't have anything. Right now at least. For Todoroki boy, I saw his files and is related to Endeavor, so probably has a fire quirk for his ice quirk. I'm thinking something maybe during the lines of basically a body heat quirk, basically allowing him to produce fire but also ice and keep his body temperature at a level that basically means if he uses his power, he immediately doesn't resort to using his other power. In a way, if he wants to use his ice mode in a battlefield, he can. Or if he wants to use something else, he still can. Basically what I'm trying to say, it's gonna be a very interesting situation for him. If that's the case, does that mean that you're going to reveal it? I think I will. I don't know. Midoriya wouldn't say. Well, whatever you are going to do, we still may need to cover it up. The Hero Association doesn't know. The few people that do know are the Naiki family, some of the people and prisoners in Tartarus, and the entire staff of UA and All Might. Other than these few people, no one else truly knows about it. You're quirk, as you would then say. Yeah. Anyways, I heard that today All Might was going to take the test. Yes, he is. Can't wait to see him take our test. I wonder how he will take it. Probably sent him down, like probably just walking in and saying something like, I'm walking in the door like a normal person. As they both would then start laughing. Realizing that is something that All Might would do. Anyways, gotta go. See you later, Prince Nezu. Of course, see you later, young Midoriya. As Midoriya would just open the portal, walking into his classroom. Jesus Christ, Leader would then say. You scared me there, Midoriya. Well, sorry, Midoriya wouldn't bow down. No need to bow down. As Midoriya wouldn't sit down before he hears footsteps coming, Midoriya wouldn't think, oh god, no. Before the door slams, he would say that, I walk into the door like a normal person. Midoriya wouldn't slam his head in the decks. Slam his palm into his head. Face palming. He didn't think, yep, just like I thought. This man is out unhinged. Oh my god, it's All Might. One of the students would then say, yeah, he's even wearing his... Look what he's wearing. So you would then say, he still wears his costume. Oh my, Ryuka would then say. Ryuka would also be admired for All Might. But so would sending in the back of her head would also be impressed. I think I should mention, but Junko does kind of looked up to All Might, wondering how much power he has in true heroics. Or maybe she does. You just need to wait for it to come up again. As All Might basically would then say, I will be your teacher from now on. Well, I will be your combat teacher. All Might would then say, our combat teacher? Wow. So you would then say, we have two powerful pro heroes. First Eraserhead, now All Might. That's amazing. Yahoo! Of course you have two Jesus. UA's staff is full of heroes, after all. All Might would then say. Yeah, all of them would be excited to be learned, taught, and taught by All Might. This would basically have an interesting effect on Midoriya. We don't already knew All Might, so it's basically not much. But anyways, one of the key things to being a hero is style. As All Might would then punch the wall, multiple what seems to be basically things would then come out. These things basically being the hero costumes. The key of being a hero is looking stylish. As everybody would then start taking their clothes. Or should I say hero costumes? Heck yeah, Kirishima would then say. This is gonna be awesome. Let's do this. One of the Soji or the tape boy would then yell. I don't know most of the cast, but yeah, that's all I know. As everybody would then just go and suit up. This is going to be very interesting. All Might would then also think to himself. As everybody would then go, wearing their uniforms. As everybody would then arrive, Midoriya's costume will be basically a black-like suit, a black bow tie, white collar underneath with black pants and black boots. Bakugo would then say, why a suit? Why not? Midoriya would then say, it feels right for some reason. Like, I've read this before. You do whatever you want. So while the girls would then come in wearing their costume, Midoriya would face palm at Momo's clothes, but then remembers her quirk and then think, let's kind of a good design, but it really has no sense of safety. I hope she can improve it over time. Midoriya didn't see Uraraka's design before thinking to himself, at least he has some eye covers. After a while, Midoriya didn't hear a voice. Hey Mido! Hey Izuru. It's not Izuru, it's short for Izuru in this timeline. Midoriya wouldn't turn his head to see Ryoko. Ryoko. Midoriya wouldn't see her costume. Her costume would be a skin-tight red costume. Her hair, once her untamed red hair that was dropping down, would be tied up to what seems to be a ponytail. How do you like my costume? Midoriya would then see some blue stripes going down as well, but a utility belt and what seems to be like a mask of some sort. Midoriya would then say, it looks nice. Yeah, I think I should have been more precise. This uniform is kind of tight. It is, Midoriya would then say, kind of his collar, in that. Holy crap, she looks pretty. Anyways, Midoriya would improve his throat. You look good. Huh? Thanks. You also look good, Midoriya. I like the suit aspect. Ryoko would then say. Anyways, All Might would then say, if all of you are ready, let's get this combat training ready. All Might would then say, before pulling out a piece of paper and straws. Each of them would represent a team, and all of you would then take it in for the team. As everybody would then be just picking teams after teams. After a while, the teams would be decided. I'm going to keep the teams as canon-wise as possible, except when it comes to Midoriya's. Midoriya's would be Ryoko. Midoriya would then say, it's a good, looks like it's you and me then. Midoriya would then say, yeah, it is. Anyways, the first team would be Team A versus Team D, basically Bakugo's team. Bakugo would then say, I can't wait to see that smoke ran out of your face, as explosions would be going around his hands. Midoriya would then say, I'm not smart. I'm just looking forward to beat your ass, Bakugo. Oh yeah? Bring it on, smoke face. Both of them would have almost like a rivalry. This rivalry actually would be more tame in this AU than the original one, as Bakugo's hands would be lighting up with explosions, and Midoriya would be ready to fight. Okay, that's enough, students. I would then say, see how the tension that Bakugo and Midoriya has. Anyways, let's get on with this. As All Might would then pull out was just like a small, for instance, as everybody would start basically be going. Where are you may be going, you may be asking? Basically, the ones that are not fighting, they would be going to the other sections of UA, or basically the monster room, but the ones that are would then do it. The exercise is as canon. As the villains would then get most of the time, Midoriya would basically be planning a plan for Ryoko. Ryoko, I have a question to ask. Ryoko would then look. Can your energy quirk basically erase things? Yeah, it can, but I don't mostly use it because it's most of a dangerous kind of thing. Ryoko would then say, good. Midoriya would then say, what do you mean by good? Because I want you to use that. Use the eraser? So we then say, kind of terrified of what Midoriya is suggesting. Oh no, I don't mean it as an eraser, classmates. I'm gonna have a plan. In real life situations, just by touching the bomb doesn't mean that we'll defuse it. We're taking this as a serious. So basically, I want you to go down and grab the thing as soon as possible. You got it, Ryoko would then say. As he would then just immediately go down and, well, as Midoriya, here's the plan. I want to use one of my quirks, air solidification. Basically, it allows me to solidify air. Or solidify it and goes to the upper rooftop. After that, it would reach the floor. You would then use your energy manipulation quirk to make a hole. The hole would be big enough so that I can use another one of my quirks. It's called Black Regeneration. Black Whip. Why is it? As it's black like tentacles would then start coming out of Midoriya's hand. It looks like a whip and it's made out of black. Keyword, this is not the same black whip as in the same one in all four when that Midoriya uses in season 4. It's more of a combination of an energy manipulation quirk and a creation quirk. The reason it's black is because, well, of Midoriya's hair. He called it black whip because he didn't know that he accidentally combined two quirks together. Okay, got it. As Midoriya would then be stopped and before Ryukyu says, "Hey Midoriya, how many more quirks do you have? You seem to have a lot of quirks." Okay. I will explain to you that later. So would some of the other students would also start wondering, hey, how many quirks does Midoriya have? He seems to have a perfect quirk for every situation. All Might would then say, oh, that young Midoriya is quite interesting. Now, can we just change the topic? All Might would then say, as All Might would also be trying to hide the fact of what Midoriya truly is. If word got out that there's another kid with all for one, that would be one terrifying thing for the Hero Association, and another for people that don't want another all for one, basically. This means that All Might is trying to keep Midoriya's eyes and words away from the public as much as possible. If it means lying to his students, well, then he will do that. As long as this information stays out of the villain's hands, this is a good enough for All Might to lie. This is actually a good enough reason for All Might to lie, actually. And not just that, for Midoriya as well. Anyways, after a while, the heroes would be told to go. As the heroes would already be told to go, they would set their plan in motion. As both of them would then get off, as Midoriya would then start forming the air stairs, as they would start walking up into the air. As after walking up into the air, they both would then basically reach the rooftop. After reaching the rooftop, Ryoko would then fall his hands down, forming what seems to be like a pretty big hole, making it. Midoriya would only see Leader there, realizing that Bakugo really wanted to fight him. So, he doesn't want to give Bakugo the fight. For some reason, he feels like it's better not to give him the fight. After all, he could basically just one-tap him. So Midoriya would then use a black bib and grab the bomb, pulling it off. That, he would then just press it, as All Might would then say, and the hero teams won. Excuse me, what? Leader would then say. But even Bakugo being stuck. As they would then arrive. That's impossible, Bakugo would then say, as they would then see how Midoriya managed to do it. Okay, this is cheating. I mean, it's not against the rules, Leader would then say, kind of basically shocked at what just happened. As you all know, young Midoriya has won this, and the MVP is, may you explain, young Yozu? Momo would then say, it's Midoriya. He's the one that came up with the plan, and he's the one that managed successfully. He took this whole thing as a real-life situation. So he gets the point. That's correct. Anyways, the rest of the match would then be starting. They would then say to All Might, I'm gonna go to the training ground camera. Oh, okay then. As Midoriya would then walk away. As Midoriya would then reach training ground camera, he would then think, time to flex some quirks. And I'm gonna leave it up here. What is Midoriya gonna do in training ground gamma? What he's gonna do to flex his quirk? And what's gonna happen in the next part? Who is this group that Junko is on? Who is Monica? And who is all of these people? And what is going on with Midoriya and his so many quirks? And what is muscular in all of this? All will be answered, or may not, in the next part.